Ukraine, had a layover here last night, but I'm just about to grab an Uber, head to the airport and fly to Iran, guys. So super excited to go to Iran. I wanted to go to Iran for the longest amount of time, and today I finally get to realize that dream.
What happened in your head? That's what I'm talking about.
So let's get out of snowy Kiev and head to the Middle East. Made it through security. Now I've got about like a 5-hour wait because it was horizontal snow in Kiev.
It's the perfect texture for running, very low impact on its dry snow so your feet don't get wet.
Appreciate you guys talking with us. All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it.
My flight's leaving at 8 p.m. tonight and it gets to Iran at 1:05 in the morning. And then I think the visa process is pretty difficult once you get there. So I'm not sure what to expect. It might be a very long night. It's going to be an interesting travel day. Plane was delayed 45 minutes. One Iranian eternity later. I just arrived in Tehran here and got a taxi driver. It's like, I don't know, 2:30 or 3 right now. I'm not sure. Finally made it through the visa process. And got my lovely taxi driver Majid here, and we're gonna head to my hotel, and I'm absolutely exhausted, so let's do this. What time did you start work today?
Today?
Yeah, today.
What time taxi? 24 time.
24 hours?
Oh, 24 hours today.
You don't sleep?
Huh?
Sleeping?
No.
Okay guys, we have made it to Iran. So far people are absolutely lovely. 4 in the morning right now. I'm completely insane because I've just been up for way too long and used way too many modes of transport, and when that happens your mind just perfect fried egg. Try to keep this short and then we'll get up. I'll have a nap. Well, firstly I'll sleep and then I'll get up and then we'll go explore in this video, and I will see you in about 3, 2. Good morning, Iran. Alright guys, it's the following morning. I am currently on the streets, just feeling it out. I'm gonna go for a huge walk today. I've got my pedometer on. At the end of the day, we'll see how far we walked. Gonna get a feel for it, see what it's like filming in public. I'm not too sure yet. But I'm heading to this big tower that has incredible views around the whole city. But as always, arriving in a new country, just gotta feel it out. Best way to do that is go for a walk. Alright guys, already I've realized that the traffic is pretty hectic. They kind of let you through, but some kind of aim for you. So let's, I'll cross the road now and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I just followed the locals there, so always the best way. It's kind of like Egypt in a way. Pretty similar traffic, I guess. Hectic. Alright guys, so far really good impressions. People are really friendly here, like people saying hello and things. Iranian people don't consider themselves Arabs, they consider themselves Persians, so that's an important distinction to make. And they don't speak Arabic here, they speak Persian, so different language altogether. Interesting. So we're going to carry on walking, see what else we can come across. People don't seem to mind the camera so far, pretty good. Keep on developing these first impressions. After filming that last clip, I bumped into a young man called Amin who was offering to teach people English. We had a conversation which I filmed, but sadly part of the audio file was corrupted. However, I did manage to catch the end of the interactions audio. So here it is.
Okay.
Lovely. All right, nice to meet you, Amin.
Nice to meet you.
I'll see you around.
Have a good day. Would you like to come to Iran again?
Yeah, definitely. I just got here, but I'll be back already. I'm just going to the tower, Milad Tower.
Milad Tower?
Yeah.
You can go to Milad Tower from taxi in
I want to. I will walking.
Walking?
Yeah. And then I meet people, you know.
Yeah.
All right, see you, man.
Have a good day.
Cheers, you too. Bye. So yeah, obviously you can see such nice people. It's incredible. So yeah, gonna keep walking. He said that I should get a taxi, so I guess that means it's pretty far, but we'll see how we go to the tower. And yeah, if you're interested about money, accommodation prices, exchange rates, I'll share that at the end of the video when I'm back at the hotel, but for now, we'll explore. Alright guys, I'm pretty hungry, so I decided I'm gonna find a restaurant and see what we can eat. I'm not quite sure what I've got here, but I got a huge pile of rice. There's no way I'm finishing this. And these kind of deep fried vegetables, there's like broccoli and aubergine and onions with French fries. But yeah, there's no way I'll finish all of this. Looks delicious though. That was an extremely filling lunch. Anyway, change of plans, not walking to the tower now. Not sure if the audio is working right now, but I'm having serious audio problems. I think you might have heard it on that interview with that super nice guy that I met before who was going to teach me English. So I've ordered basically the Iranian version of Uber, because they don't have Uber here. A guy's gonna come pick me up, and I found a shop that sells microphones for my camera, so I'm gonna head out that way and see if I can get this replaced, because I do not want it cutting out, especially talking to locals, because you never really get those moments again. So I'm gonna go and get my microphone sorted out and see how time goes after that. Hello. One Iranian eternity later.
It's okay.
Alright, okay. Thank you, sir. Alright, thank you.
Alright guys, so I just jumped in a taxi and I just spent like 2 hours in that microphone shop. Met the coolest people. What I had to do to get to this microphone was pretty extreme though. So because of the sanctions that have happened, because the US sanctions that have been put onto Iran, the prices that are linked to the US dollar, so especially things like electronics like this, fluctuate so much. So sometimes they just have to stop selling them because they're not sure how much to sell them for, how much they're worth in their own currency. And sadly today was one of those days, so I hung around, met this super cool young guy. Like, he was just so over the top nice in a good way, and I was like, is there any way that we can work out a way? Like, I'm happy to pay a bit more to get the microphone, you know, because I really need it. And he's like, 1 second. He goes back and talks to the guy, and we come to a price, 9 million rial, which is the local currency. The exchange rate that is on Google and on the internet is not the same as the exchange rate that's used here. So this just creates the most confusing situation for a traveler. If you were to convert the price on Google, it comes out to 188 euros for this microphone. In Europe, these cost 44 euros. His friend comes over, he's like, no, the Google price isn't right. And he told me it's about 60 euros. And he was correct, because I went and changed 60 euros and had enough money to pay for it. 9 million. That's the most I've ever paid for a microphone. That's a lot of money. All jokes aside, guys, the service that I got from them was unreal. I've connected with a couple of them to have some contacts here in Iran. I've got like an hour left of sunset now because of this escapade. So we are heading to the Milad Tower, which is like
one of the biggest freestanding buildings in this area, at least anyway. I'll tell you more details when we get there. Interesting though, you know, US sanctions, obviously a very negative thing. They were telling me that the prices and the inflation is terrible because they're getting paid the same amount, but all the prices of everything is going up, like things like food and cars and everything are going up. But their salary is staying the same, so life's getting much harder for everybody. At the same time, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have had that interaction. So, you know, these negative things, they breed these positive moments, and I know, you know, one little conversation from me with some locals is nothing, but it was really lovely. Anyway, enough rambling. I'll exchange more about the exchange rate later if I can even understand it, because it's the most confusing currency I've ever come across in my travels. Even those guys are like, yeah, it's ridiculous. It makes absolutely no sense. Anyway, we'll carry on and go to this tower and hopefully get there before sunset and get some epic views.
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you?
Alright guys, so you can see that's the tower up ahead. I think I'm not going to be allowed to take my tripod and either my microphone, which is quite ironic after what I've just been through. So I'm going to put that in my bag and probably just carry the camera up there. And if I can't talk to the camera up there, if they're tied on security, I have no idea, but if they are, then I will try and get some cool shots, because it's going to be a hell of a view. And hopefully I get up just before sunrise so we can watch sunrise, because the sun is almost setting. Like, this could work out to be the worst timing or the best timing, so let's see what happens. Made it to the top, and the sun is about to set in the distance. I'll show you some shots from up here looking down. Incredible. There's mountains over here, like snow-capped mountains, huge city, 6th tallest tower in the world if I'm correct. Day one in Iran that's putting it on, especially for getting here at like, what time did I get here? I don't know. Went to sleep at least at 5 a.m. and wow, off to a good start. So let's have a look at some shots. Salam.
Salam.
Salam. Salam alaikum.
Yaxshi. Salam.
Salam.
Yaxshi.
Okay.
Okay.
We are back at the hotel. I'll explain the day and all the details in just a second, but I thought I'd give you a quick tour of this hotel room and I'll tell you how much it costs. It's a pretty good deal, so I'll show it to you and then I'll explain the strangeness related to accommodation in Iran. So check this out. So I come in, I've got this little kind of living area, and come through here, and nice little bathroom here, disinfected toilet, that's what I like to see, and shower, nice fresh towels and everything, and then come through to where the magic doesn't happen in here, and that's where I do my makeup in the morning. Just kidding. This is where I sleep, and that's the view you saw this morning. So Airbnb isn't a thing here. I think it's banned, along with Booking.com is not allowed here. And then, you know, you go into the social media websites that are banned, like Facebook's banned, YouTube. Alright guys, this hotel room costs $33 a night, and if you ask me, that's a pretty good deal, including breakfast. This nice room here on the top floor, like pretty central to the main area of Tehran here. Seeing as I can't use Airbnb and Booking.com, I went into Trivago, not sponsored, it's just the only website I could find. This is also like a spa or something, but this is one of the best deals I found in the whole city. So you got like sauna and some thermal pools or something. That's included in the room price, and breakfast like I was saying. Private room, like a little living area and a bathroom, 33 USD. Can't complain. There's also shops nearby and everything that you need, and the staff are super kind. The hotel does take your passport and hold on to it when you check in, which I mean I don't really like, but I guess that's the way it is.
Some things will never change.
The exchange rate is the most confusing thing ever. I'm not going to explain it today. I'm going to explain it tomorrow because I'm meeting a local tomorrow. A local girl, actually.
Well, aren't you special?
We're going to meet up in the morning and talk, meet at a cafe, and then we're going to go explore. She's going to show me some cool places. I kind of starting to get a rough idea of the exchange rate and like what all these zeros mean, because wait 1 second, let me show you something. So I'm not sure if this is the biggest note. I hope that's focusing, but this is 500,000, but they have other names. All you guys that have traveled here or local Iranians are yelling it at the screen, but it's my first day, give me a break, I'll explain it tomorrow. It's 500,000 rials, this note, but they say it in like 50. It's so confusing. I'm just gonna perfect fried egg. Explain it tomorrow. Like I said, I talked to locals, they're like, yeah, it's weird. They dropped the last zero or something. I told you my microphone costs 9 million. The inflation's going up every day, they were explaining. He's like, yeah, 9 million rials, come back in a year, that should buy you a Coke. And they said that microphone would have cost half the price 1 year ago since the sanctions were put on and the political games and stuff, but let's not get into that topic. I've got these notes here and I'm really ignorant about this at the moment, and I'm pretty sure I got scammed by a taxi driver before. I've been using the app Snap, which is like the local Uber I was talking about. I'm gonna stick to that for now until I, feel the system and the money, because they're not really sketchy, because they can be traced, not like this other guy who I'm pretty sure like took a lot of money from me. Not heaps, but like I say, the exchange rate on Google is different to the real exchange rate, and so it's really yeah, you get the point. Tomorrow, like I say, I'm meeting a local, going to explore the city, and then the day after that, guys, I have this epic adventure planned. 22-hour train ride from Tehran here to the very south of the country, keeping in mind that Iran is twice the size of France. It's a huge country. Almost a 1,500 kilometer train ride, 22-hour, sleeping in a cabin with 4 other random strangers, all the way down to a city called Bandar Abbas, which is on the south coast. And then I'm gonna try and go to some Iranian islands. Yeah, right, Iran has islands, how cool is that? And then I'm gonna maybe try some other random stuff like hitchhiking up the coast. Really excited to be here and throwing myself into this country, because being here for a day, it's already receiving me so well, and I'm receiving it well as well. Anything that I've forgotten, I will talk to you about it tomorrow. Plenty more days here in Iran, and then off to another country very close to Iran after that. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. Alright guys, peace out. What time did you start work today?
Today?
Yeah, today.
What time taxi? Driver? 24 time.
24 hours?
24 hours today.
You don't sleep?
Huh?
Sleeping?
No.